Good morning. I'd like to begin and call this session together for the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors, August 25th, 2026. Roll call, please, Ms. Schowalter.
Kurtenbach.
Here.
Brandt.
Here.
Hall.
Yeah.
Schwartz.
Here.
Leyland.
Here. Would everyone please have a moment of silence as we reflect on our actions this morning? Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1 is the agenda received as proposed or as amended.
So second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The agenda is received. Item 2, public comments. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on something today that is not on the agenda? Anyone online? Moving on, we have a presentation. Excellence in Action Award from the Iowa State Association of Counties to be presented to Blackhawk County Public Health Department for the Healthy Kids, Healthy Choices, Less Waste program. Thank you.
Good morning, Board. Caitlin Emmerich, Public Health Director. I am joined here today by the awardees of this award. But first, I'm going to give a little bit of a background information for what this project is. So the honorees for the ISAC Excellence in Action Award are Bethany Fratsky, our Community Health Program Manager, Lakin Barrett, Health Educator, and Alicia Allen, Health Educator at Blackhawk County Public Health. And I'd also like to recognize John Foster. John is here today too, actually, because John and the solid waste team have been very integral to the project that was proposed and successfully awarded under the ISAC Excellence in Action Award. Lisa Sesterhen, I would also like to recognize, a special thanks to Lisa. The nomination was submitted under my name, but Lisa prepared the nomination. And I said to Lisa, I said, would you like to be the nominator because you actually wrote this nomination? And she goes, well, I think it might, have a better chance of being awarded if it was you. But really, Lisa deserves all the credit for this nomination. This is not the first nomination that we have submitted for this project, but it was the first one that's been awarded. And so Lisa has really put a lot of work in addition to the community health team for this project. So while we have these pictures to look at, I would like to read the nomination. It's a couple pages long, so it'll take me a few minutes to get through it. And as I'm getting through it, you have some nice pictures to look at here. Blackhawk County's Healthy Kids, Healthy Choices, Less Waste program demonstrates how county government can respond creatively, efficiently, and collaboratively when a valued community service is threatened by changing funding. Implemented in October of 2025, the program preserved school-based nutrition education for elementary students while expanding it into a broader model that connects healthy eating, food waste reduction, environmental stewardship, and practical skills children can use at home and at school. For more than 15 years, Blackhawk County Public Health educators have provided nutrition education, farm-to-school lessons, garden-based learning, and pick-a-better snack lessons in the Waterloo Community School District, reaching more than 3,000 students and families over time. The program helped young children try fruits and vegetables, learn about physical activity, and build positive associations with healthy foods. However, federal SNAP education funding for Pick-a-Better Snack ended effective September 30, 2025, threatening the continuation of a long-standing local service that schools, teachers, students, and families valued. Rather than allowing the loss of funding to end the program, Blackhawk County Public Health and the Blackhawk County Solid Waste Management Commission identified a shared opportunity. The result was a new 5-year partnership that supports school-aged food waste and environmental impact outreach while continuing core nutrition education. The agreement provides $75,000 per year for a total of $375,000 over 5 years, creating stable support for outreach education to school-aged children. The program currently reaches approximately 1,345 students annually across 10 schools, 65 classrooms, and 7 lessons per classroom. The program reflects the ISAC Excellent in Action attributes of innovation and creativity by turning a funding challenge into an expanded service model. The new program does not simply replace the former nutrition education program, it strengthens it. Students continue to learn about fruits, vegetables, healthy behaviors, and physical activity, while also learning how food waste affects families, schools, landfills, and the environment. This approach connects public health, environmental responsibility, and food insecurity prevention in a way that is practical and understandable for young students.
I have a list too.
The
Just kidding.
The curriculum is designed to be interactive, age-appropriate, and action-oriented. For example, the 1st and 2nd grade grape lesson teaches students how grapes grow, give them a chance to taste red and green grapes, includes a movement activity called the Grapevine Hokey Pokey, which, as a note, I just learned about this when I read the nomination. Maybe at some point in time, we could have the Grapevine Hokey Pokey demonstrated. And introduces food waste decision-making activity where students decide whether food should be eaten, shared, saved, or composted. In one 30-minute lesson, students may engage in physical activity, taste a fruit or vegetable, learn science concepts, discuss how food grows, practice decision-making, and learn strategies to reduce food waste. The program demonstrates leadership by aligning county-level public health priorities with environmental and waste reduction goals. Black Hawk County Public Health recognized that nutrition education, food insecurity prevention, food rescue, and food waste reduction are connected. The Public Health Department brought experience in school-based health education, classroom engagement, and child and family well-being. The Solid Waste Management Commission brought expertise and resources related to waste reduction and environmental impact. Together, the organizations created a program that is stronger than either could have developed alone. The program also shows strong cooperation with others. It builds an existing partnership between Black Hawk County Public Health and the Black Hawk County Solid Waste Management Commission through shared support of Green Iowa AmeriCorps members. It also depends on cooperation with schools, teachers, health educators, community health workers, and environmental partners. The Solid Waste and Resource Recovery Administrator described the expanded partnership as an opportunity to connect public health, education, food waste reduction, and student learning in alignment with the missions and priorities of both organizations. This cooperation allows the program to reach children during the school day, reducing barriers for families and making the lessons accessible to students from many backgrounds. Waterloo Community School District serves a diverse student population with 47 languages spoken. Previous nutrition education efforts included translated nutrition videos and social media messages in French and Spanish, so families could learn about foods introduced in classrooms and continue the conversation at home. The new model builds from that foundation by continuing to prioritize access, relevance, and practical application for students and families. Healthy Kids, Healthy Choices, Less Waste is replicable for other Iowa counties because it uses assets many communities already have: public health educators, schools, local solid waste or environmental partners, AmeriCorps or service-based programs, and existing relationships with teachers and families. The model is not dependent on creating a new agency or starting from scratch. Instead, it shows how counties can preserve an effective service by looking across departments and community partners for shared goals. Other counties facing loss of grant funding or categorical program support could adapt this approach by identifying overlapping priorities such as nutrition, waste reduction, food insecurity prevention, school outreach, and environmental education. The program advances cost savings and cost effectiveness by leveraging existing staff, expertise, school relationships, curriculum experience, and partnership infrastructure. The county did not build a new program from the ground up. It preserved the strongest components of an existing nutrition education model and added new content that met the goals of another county partner. This approach protects prior investment in curriculum development, school trust, and educator experience while securing a sustainable 5-year funding path. It also supports county priorities through one integrated program rather than separate, disconnected efforts. The program increases efficiency by combining multiple educational goals into one classroom experience. Lessons support nutrition education, physical activity, environmental awareness, food waste prevention, and science or health learning standards. This integrated approach makes efficient use of classroom time and helps teachers receive a high-quality lesson that supports multiple learning objectives. It also allows county partners to advance shared goals through a single coordinated outreach model. Finally, the program demonstrates perseverance. The elimination of SNAP Ed funding could have ended a long-standing service for elementary students. Instead, Black Hawk County used the challenge as a catalyst for redesign. Health educators report that students become more willing to try new foods as the year progresses, with more students giving thumbs up after tastings. Teachers have shared that students are excited when health educators come into the classroom, and one Kingsley Elementary teacher specifically noted appreciation for how interactive the lessons are. Healthy Kids, Healthy Choices, Less Waste is an example of county government excellence in action because it fills a service gap, improves the cost effectiveness of an existing program, enhances student understanding of public and community issues, promotes intergovernmental and cross-sector cooperation, and provides a model from which other counties can learn. It keeps children at the center while also addressing broader community priorities: health, sustainability, food waste reduction, environmental responsibility, and family well-being. In the end, this program is more than a replacement for lost funding. It is a stronger, more sustainable, and more integrated county service. It shows what is possible when county public health and environmental partners work together, listen to educators, build from existing strengths, and create practical solutions that make healthy choices easier for children and families. So I would like to acknowledge that we have Bethany and Alicia and John here in the room today. Is there anything you guys would like to say? You can come. No?
I just want to say thank you to John for being such a great partner. It wouldn't be possible without you, so I appreciate your willingness to think outside the box with us and move forward.
I just want to share that it was great seeing you guys up there at the award at the ISAC conference last week. And again, they send many apologies for the award not being in time when they were doing the presentation, but we wanted to make sure it was a special day back here so people back in Black Hawk County knew about it as well.
I was really excited when this program was brought to both solid waste and public health. And I've shared it with a lot of different food system people across the state that were facing the similar loss of SNAP Ed funding as a hopeful way forward. And I hope that others will be able to find this as a great model that you've all created together.
I assume that's really kind of probably happened at the ISAC conference this last week too, the promotion actually of these programs so that other counties will reach out and ask you about how to start them or initiate some portions of them in their counties.
Yeah, I was not able to attend the award ceremony, so I don't know how much was shared, but I'm hoping that other counties were able to see Bethany, Lakin, and Alicia accepting the award and maybe ask questions.
Yeah. It was like so great, an idea too that you've strengthened everything instead of just changing or removing items, so congratulations to all of you, but thank you.
Okay. So I see the award is sitting over there.
Yes.
The team has not been able to see it yet.
Whatever they want, some of the
Yeah.
pictures, like you didn't
Yeah.
put pictures together
Let's,
either. So
please,
probably would-
yes, if we could take a moment to do that.
Super. Anyone? Have a span.
Election year, guys.
Very good. Sparkly. Do you want one?
Yeah, get one with
everyone?
Caitlin. Oh, please.
Supervisors?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think one with Caitlin too, I was gonna say as well.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, and supervisor. Yep.
They're gonna.
Yeah, yeah, oh, that's good. Everybody take a step and then take some of the back. Oh, yeah. Find a base. That's good. Now we don't have any like disproportionate. There we go. Yeah, John, hold this for just a little bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Nice.
Moving on to item 4, claims and payments. This is a resolution that the Board of Supervisors approve expenditures and that the county auditor be authorized and directed to issue payments against the various settlement of such claims as allowed.
So moved.
Second.
Good morning, Ms. Weidner.
All right, good morning, Board. Our total bill payment today is $360,458.70. The 60/40 fund is $9,142.90. That's a little more than typical because they're paying for annual maintenance on the live scan system. And let's see, total payroll, just under 1.7 million this pay period. And just a couple of things I wanted to point out, because it's kind of exciting. So we are making the final payment to Fiddler Technologies for an ARPA project by the Recorder's Office. That amount is $35,807.10. And we're also making the final payment today on the Washburn pump panel replacement project. And that final payment is $19,198.22. So we keep ticking off the ARPA projects. We're
Yeah.
not quite done yet, but we're getting there.
I reported that at Intercog. That was one of our successes. We were gonna make those timelines and everything was gonna be in good shape by the end of the year, so. Great.
Yep. Everything appears to be in order. Any questions for me today?
Answered mine.
None.
Great. It's a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Hall.
Yes.
Brandt.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Kurtenbach.
Yes.
And Leyland.
Yes. Item 5, receive project updates from department heads and elected officials.
Good morning, Board. Kathy Nicholas, engineer. I have a few things I needed to report back on this morning. One of them is our progress, the engineer's office progress on the Washburn Drainage District project. And we have created a formal project in CAD, and we've done the legal work for the to establish the right-of-way, the county right-of-way, and that includes like searching for section corners, the monumentation, etc. What we're really waiting for, what would be helpful, is the crops to be out of the field so that we could go out into the field and set lath. We could do that now, but it would be destroyed during harvest. Meanwhile, I'm contacting the neighboring property owners to see if they would like to, first of all, to see how much of this vegetation exists on private property, and then we can work with them to see if they would like that included in a project. The county would like to go out there once the lath has been established, the property has been established, to see if this is something that we can do ourselves. This is a job we can do ourselves. So we are kind of at a lull right now, waiting for the crops to come out. So I will keep you updated further on that as the crops come out, probably in another month.
I think you mentioned earlier, anyway, you thought like September.
Yes.
As soon as we'd be able to do.
Yeah, September, October.
October.
Yes.
No.
Sounds good.
I also wanted to report back on, last week there was a question from a Washburn resident about the use of ATVs, UTVs, miscellaneous vehicles out there. I did send you some information about that. I will restate that now, and I would invite the sheriff, if he has any comments, to express them as well. So According to recent legislation, ATVs, UTVs, they are legal in unincorporated Black Hawk County. The DOT has a nice brochure on their website. I sent you a copy of that. I do have a few copies of that myself with me this morning. Some of the language that, it talks about speed limits, the driver's age, you must be 18 and older. You should drive it during daylight hours. There is language in the legislation that talks about the most direct route between home and a destination. However, that's really considered an enforcement issue. Motorcycles are legal, of course, providing the operator follows applicable laws. Golf carts are not legal in Washburn. That is up to each jurisdiction to adopt them as being legal. And our assistant county attorney, Mike Trinan, did provide guidance on that a few years back, saying that they are not legal because the board has not adopted anything to change that fact. And the only other thing I thought might be worth mentioning that I think maybe was mentioned last week was e-bikes. Those seem to be legal everywhere. The county has not adopted any type of ordinance prohibiting or allowing them. They are allowed, of course, unless otherwise not allowed. There are different classes of e-bikes based on the weight and the age of drivers, but of operators, I should say. I did not look at any different types of classes. Are there any questions on that, or Nate, would you care to comment?
No, thanks for taking care of that for me. I appreciate it. You did great. No, I don't have much to add. Just, the main thing, if people do see violations on it, to call in right away. A lot of times we'll get these reports 2 or 3 days later, or we get the, fairly vague, someone is always doing this, but if we don't get the call when it's happening, we can't really come out and do much with it. It's kind of hard to do retroactively. But otherwise, obviously, just encourage people to be safe if they are using them. Just because they're legal doesn't mean some people look at those as an opportunity to say, well, I'll take this if I've been drinking instead of my car. I mean, obviously, anything with a motorized vehicle, you can still get an OWI on. So just make smart choices and be safe if you are going to use those alternate routes.
So Kathy, the question that came up, part of that discussion was, do the UTVs have to have that triangle orange sign for slow-moving vehicles on them?
So according to this brochure, according to the law, that was, I think, is that a 2024 law?
Yeah.
It says, slow-moving vehicle sign, reflective sign with an orange triangle and dark red border that must be displayed on rear of vehicle for ag or personal use. And that's right on the brochure.
Okay.
So it should be visible on the back of the vehicle.
Because Mark didn't get specific about, I think, what vehicles,
No.
just several different.
But is that a violation then, Nate, if they don't have that?
If they don't have the slow-moving vehicle sign, that's a
Okay.
violation.
I think that was one of the questions that were coming up out there.
And it used to be there was an alternative if you had an orange flag extended above. I don't know if that's still there or not.
Okay.
And Kathy, I know you said you talked to Mark. Did we send him that information, or should we? Is that something we should reach out with, or who is, I was going to say, a contact that would make sure some of that was disseminated?
I'll get that to Mark.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get it to Mark.
Okay. Thank you.
That was very helpful, I thought. Yeah, and did it so promptly after the meeting. It was like surprised she beat you to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the.
I was okay with it. I've got more things you can do.
Yeah.
I don't think you want that.
Thanks, Nate.
I did also want to report back on, we had an email query from a resident concerning the Wheeler Road Bridge. And this has been a bridge that we closed in approximately 2020. And I just wanted to report back on some information for you all. I know some of, this has a varied history, and not all of you have been here for that. This is a road just east of Dunkerton, the city of Dunkerton, just north of East Dunkerton Road. So we have Nesbitt and Wheeler roads that are parallel roads running north-south. They're both gravel roads. They're both crossing Crane Creek. They were built like as sister bridges. And so we've kind of considered them as alternate routes, parallel routes to each other. We did replace Nesbitt Road in 2014. That was at that time, that was like a $500,000 bridge to replace. It was a very expensive bridge to replace. We built a 200-foot-long standard slab bridge there. That would be what we would most likely build to replace the Wheeler Road Bridge, if it comes to that. We did, like I said, we did close Wheeler Road Bridge in 2020. We have heard over time from concerns from residents that can we replace it? It's a big inconvenience for them not to replace it. We did have public meetings at the time expressing that we most likely would close it, and we were uncertain about when it would reopen. As far as a replacement cost in today's dollars, we do believe it would be approximately $1.4 million to replace that structure. The road sees, both roads have about 40 to 50 vehicles per day on them. Even though the one is closed, it's still receiving about 40 vehicles per day just due to the local residents who live on the road. We typically receive about $530,000 a year in federal bridge funding that we can use to replace our structures. And of course, we can use local funds on that as well, and FM funds to replace that as well. However, as you know, our bridges, we are replacing bridges on our paved road system. Those would be a priority for us. We have submitted 3 times in the last 6 years, 3 times for statewide bridge funding, which is a special pot of money offered by the DOT for bridges like this that are very expensive to replace, and a county can receive up to $2 million per bridge replacement using that special money. We've applied for it 3 times. However, it just hasn't ranked high enough on a statewide basis. Statewide, these can be any types of bridges on paved roads and gravel roads. So most likely, it's ranking lower because the traffic volumes are low because it's on a gravel road. So at this time, we just don't have it we do not have it in our 5-year plan to replace. It is a very expensive bridge to replace, and it is low volume traffic. We are not at this time saying we are never going to replace it. It's just that it's not a high enough priority right now. Can I answer any questions about that?
Kathy, is it possible to eliminate part of that bridge with landfill in there and shortening it up to some extent, or is there any other options to look at for that?
I would say we would want to conduct a hydrological study before we put any more fill in there. That would also take a requirement, that would be a floodway. So my first guess would be that wouldn't be something we would want to do.
Okay.
The existing bridge is 182 foot long. The sister bridge at Nesbitt that was replaced, that was actually a 200 foot long bridge. So the tendency would probably be to make it a little bit longer. So fill would not be our first choice. It would probably be I don't even know if it would be allowed in from the Corps of Engineers, which we would need to have a permit to do. And I've also told you that the Nesbitt Road Bridge replacement, we had to do a mussel study, and we had to relocate mussels to a downstream area before we could do the replacement of the Nesbitt Road Bridge. We anticipate we would be doing the same thing on this Wheeler Road Bridge replacement as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Good morning, Board. Sheriff Nate Neff. Just a couple updates from last week. We had a nice week at the Sheriff's Office. We had our annual golf tournament on Friday. That's our fundraiser. As you know, we don't use any tax-based dollars for either our community services or our canine funds, so that's all through private donations. And this golf tournament is by far and away the biggest thing that inputs into that. Full house. Almost seems like every business in the county donates something to support us on that. Full of golfers, and we had beautiful weather, so we had a great turnout there. Also last Friday, we had 2 of our deputies graduate from the academy, so Philip Slice and Tessie Yeager, both been away for about 4 months. We've got them back now. They both did great. Looking forward to great things from them. And then finally, so there's an institute called National Institute of Jail Operations. They're a company that does training all over the country, been bigger and bigger the last couple of years. The state actually uses them for a lot of training for our annual jail conferences and that stuff. They've got 3 different regions that they do: East, West, and Central. And you're allowed to put in application for, they do a jail employee of the year for each of those regions. This year we submitted Jessica Roush, our social worker, for that award, and she was selected. And last Thursday at a conference in Kansas City, their annual conference down there, she was presented with the National Institute of Jail Operations Central Region Jail Employee of the Year award. So I wasn't able to make it down, but we had Captain Haggerty and a couple others were down there, and again, she was recognized for that. So very proud of her and all the work she's been doing.
Thanks for giving her a
Thank you.
shout
That's
out.
great, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Morning Board, Amanda Fesemeyer, HR Director. Just really quick reminder that tomorrow kicks off our Leadership University and the review and practice sessions on accountability and one-on-ones for the supervisory staff. So we're going to be pretty busy September in the HR office trying to cover those training sessions, as they typically happen every Wednesday for Leadership University, and the wrap sessions happen, I believe, every other Wednesday. So just wanted to remind you all that that's kicking off, and it's all going to be held at the Conservation Administrative Office. So thank you, Mike and his team, for holding the sessions there. Another thing just to keep on your radar is that our office has been working on or getting back to the wellness and employee wellness incentive program that we want to kick off and get an RFP. So we've been collecting examples of those requests for proposals from other communities that have an employee wellness incentive program. It's been a while since we've had our wellness group get together and look back at that data that we collected last year from employees as to what kind of programs they're interested in, what kind of incentives. But we'll be coming to the board asking for that RFP to be released and once we have it developed. The plan for the budget year for fiscal year 27 is to have the platform be used as part of the, I guess, budgeted dollars, whether that comes out of the insurance fund. And then really the incentive side of it has to be negotiated with the public safety union. So that's our sergeants and then the sheriff's office side. And so those incentives will not start till likely fiscal year 28. But just want to kind of bring that up again and just make you aware that it will be coming forward with that RFP. Any questions at all for me on training or the upcoming wellness incentive program? Okay.
What's the slots looking like for availability? Like, is everything for Leadership University taken up already? Or do you guys have any availability, like open slots?
They're full as far as I know. So we filled the slots available. I mean, there could be one or two. But generally they got filled. Every department that worked with Linda and Michelle in budgeting for the Leadership University came through. If a person or an employee that wasn't able to do it, they found a replacement for them. So yeah, we're pretty much full. And then the supervisory review and practice, I think we've got, again, that's also, full. I've got, and the supervisors have to attend one of those sessions, not all 3. But yeah, we're in pretty good shape there. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Thank you.
and thank you so much for the support on continuing that training program. So
Thank you for
Yeah.
leading it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, one random wild thought to throw in there. I don't know if anybody would be in support of this, but if Gabby were to be able to take pictures or something to kind of show, I know some people get upset about us spending money on that.
Okay.
And then that way they can actually see what's going on, who's attending. That I think the visualization would be helpful. You know what I mean? Just some pictures of the workshop.
I have some
Yeah,
Okay.
from previous, but I
We
can
did.
take
Yeah, either way, yeah.
Yep.
Something to post out there, get out there
I
so
like
people see
that.
that.
Sure.
we did the previous ones, but I think, yeah, it'd be nice to have some of those recent rounds too. So
I've
that'd be great.
solicited a lot of speakers over the years for training. They are not necessarily something that you're going to spend $500 on for a one-time gig. It is going to be, and that's so anything that we've seen when I get bids for other speakers are right in line. I go to a lot of conferences too, and those things, people don't do it for free. So their time is worth that as well. But I do understand that some people may feel that that's not a great way to use. I think though it's kind of, I look at it as like, well, it's, you got to buy equipment, right?
Right.
We're investing in our staff and our workforce and our supervisors to have a very strong culture and one that is built on trust. So I look at it as really, it's no different than an investment in any piece of equipment and any building. It's you're investing in your people, and that is your greatest asset here. So, but yes, certainly highlighting that, showcasing, this is a little different than anything we've done before. It truly is strategic. We've never done countywide leadership training. We've never done countywide supervisor training, never done countywide surveys on our culture. So, and I think we're really excited to see how this continues. And, if there's anything else our office can do to help support that and to share that message, let us know and we'd be happy to do that. So.
Yeah, whatever it takes. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand there's going to be people that just no matter what we do, it's wrong. I write them off, but
Sure.
it's just an real easy way to just kind of be transparent and say, hey, look, here's what's actually going on, and with this purpose in mind. So anyway, that's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any other updates? Oh, great, thank you.
Morning, Board. Al Yu, IT Director. Just want to give a quick update. CEC is on site right now performing the initial work for the basement conference room. So I haven't been down there since they started, but any questions I can answer for you guys?
Well, you said only one day and you thought they'd be out.
Yeah, they're going to, takes a day to get everything physically installed, but they may have to schedule another time to do the programming, because the staff on site don't do the programming, so we'll have to figure that out. So we may have the conference room in the old configuration for another week until they can remote in to do the programming.
Well, hopefully they can get in and do that soon. That'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah, thank you.
That's all I had. Thank you.
Super, thank you. Anyone online? Great. Moving on to item 6, minutes approved for August 18, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The minutes are approved. Item 7 is the consent agenda. The following items are acted upon by a single resolution unless someone wishes to remove something for discussion.
So moved.
Second.
This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Kurtenbach,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Brandt,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item 8, contracts and agreements. Resolution that the agreement received from NBI Engineering Services, LLC, Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, for bridge inspection services for fiscal year 2027 at various bridge locations in Blackhawk County with a bid of $49,100 be approved and for the chair to sign as recommended by Catherine Nicholas, County Engineer.
So moved.
Second.
Good morning again, Board. Kathy Nicholas, Engineer. We have budgeted money in our FY27 budget for bridge inspections. We budgeted $50,000. I've told you in the past that we need to do bridges typically on a 24-month inspection rotation. The larger river bridges and some of our larger bridges that require the snooper truck that we have to rent from the DOT, we've never done those inspections ourselves. We've always paid a consultant to do it. We have accompanied them, but they've been the official inspector. So this would cover all of those bridges in this inspection cycle to have those done, as well as Ryan, our Assistant County Engineer. He's our team leader for the National Bridge Inspection Standards Program. He needs to have a quality assurance look every 4 years. That's a requirement. So they will also be doing some of those miscellaneous items for us as well under the same contract. So I'd like to recommend that you approve it and we can award it to NBI Engineering for this work.
Any questions for Kathy? This is a resolution. Please answer your name is called.
Brandt,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kurtenbach,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item 9, other business. Resolution that the request for purchase of capital equipment submitted by Catherine Nicholas, County Engineer, be approved and direct the chair to sign for same. To purchase one Miller Bobcat 265 welder in the amount of $7,958.17 from Superior Welding Supply, Waterloo, Iowa.
So moved.
Second.
So I provided you some details in an email, and this is an unexpected expense for us. We need a welder on our bridge crew so that they can weld our steel pile that's being driven. Oftentimes we have to weld pieces onto each other. That is essential that we have a good working welder. This would simply be replacing our current welder. It's, I believe it's just a newer model of our current welder that has aged out. We did solicit 3 quotes for the same welder, and Superior Welding here in Waterloo is giving us the best price at $79.58. Because this wasn't budgeted and it's over the $5,000 threshold, it will come out of our capital equipment, and we will be reshuffling some of our items in our capital equipment list because we're pretty close to exceeding that. So we'll keep you updated on how we're making changes in our capital equipment list.
Any questions?
What if we don't get the welder, Kathy?
We need the welder. Like I said, it allows us to drive pile. We typically buy pile in 40-foot lengths. Sometimes the pile need to be 55 feet. Occasionally we will buy longer pile, but in many cases we just buy 40-foot long pile. Sometimes we need to have a 55-foot or a 50-foot long pile. Those have to be welded together at the connection. We also need it to fabricate the wing walls, the back walls of the bridges, and this is all work done by our county bridge crew. We do have a welder in our shop, main shop, like for fabricating on our snowplow equipment, for example, if some metal breaks, or we definitely have a need for welders in 2 places at once, and the welder for the bridge crew sits on the truck, so it's portable. It goes with them on site, and we need this to keep going for our bridge replacements. We will forfeit another piece of, I've told you we might give up our forklift, but we need this welder to keep going.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Kurtenbach.
Yes.
Brant.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item B, resolution that the request for purchase of capital equipment submitted by Sheriff Nathan Neff be approved and direct the chair to sign for same to purchase the following 3 vehicles. 1 2027 Dodge Durango in the amount of $44,688. 1 2027 Dodge Durango in the amount of $44,460. And 1 2026 Chrysler Pacifica in the amount of $42,933, using insurance proceeds and funds available in the self-insured property fund from Stu Hansen, Dodge City, Urbandale, Iowa.
So moved.
Second.
Morning, Board. Yes, these are 3 vehicles that were not scheduled to be replaced, but they've all 3 been totaled out for a variety of reasons over the last few months. 1 was completely because of the hail damage. The second one was the hail damage and a slight fender bender that kind of put it over the top. And the third was from a deer strike. So I haven't looked at the kind of the long-term forecast on it. I'm hoping this will allow me to do something like I did last year when I didn't buy one of the vehicles that I normally do out of capital. I honestly haven't had a chance to look and see, but I know especially the one that's being totaled out for hail damage was about on its way out anyway, just for that amount to total it. But yes, these are replacing 3 that again weren't scheduled, but I know Chief Deputy Tarona's has been working with Michelle on the insurance side of it. And
the specs on these, are they sort of law enforcement grade? Like what's the?
Yeah, there's a standard state bid package that comes with it. These are law enforcement grade. The 2 Durangos you'll see a slightly different price on. That's because one's going to civil, one's going to patrol. So there's a center console that's needed for the patrol one. So that was, it's about $500 different, I think, on there.
That we can't source these locally.
Again, state bid goes, they do the RFP process for us. They get the lowest price on it, and that's where we go with it. So I think pretty much any dealership in the state has an opportunity to put in on that state bid price. Obviously, if they chose not to, then that was their choice. So.
Any other questions? Thank you. This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Hall.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Kurtenbach.
Yes.
Brant.
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item C, resolution that the minor plat of survey submitted by Brittany Weber to create a 1.55 acre parcel zoned AR agriculture residential for the purpose of constructing a single-family home located at 6433 Indian Creek Road be approved, and that the county auditor be directed to certify a copy of this resolution to the Blackhawk County Recorder.
So moved.
Second.
Everybody I know received information, so we're good. This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Kurttenbach,
Yes.
Brandt,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item D, resolution that the minor plat of survey submitted by TJ Koenigsfeld to create a 2.25 acre parcel zoned AR agricultural residential district for the purpose of constructing a single-family home located at 4015 Gilbertville Road be approved, and that the county auditor be directed to certify a copy of this resolution to the Blackhawk County Recorder.
So moved.
Second.
And no questions?
If we must.
If we, yeah, Holden County. This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Brandt,
Yes.
Kurttenbach,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. All right, we're at item 10, reports or information from the board.
I'll start off with a little bit. I sent out a review from the ISAC conference last week dealing with the data centers. That is just a tidbit. I got 5 emails I still haven't been able to get through yet with information from this as well. But I want to touch on some of the stuff, and as I said, I want to get some opinion. We should maybe have a work session talking about some of these questions. But one of the things they highlighted was the data center should generally be treated as a distinct land use rather than being grouped broadly with offices, commercial use, or general industry. As a discussion, approximately 17 Iowa counties have moratoriums on data centers currently. Get these tidbits here. For one building located within a city, estimated annual property revenue was approximately $3.24 million, distributed approximately as follows, and they break out schools, city, county, and other taxing jurisdictions. So that's the part where we can't ignore this. If we're going to be responsible for people's tax dollars, it also includes the process of opportunities for revenue to come into the county as well. Then talking about energy, recently there's proposed Iowa projects referencing during this discussion included approximately 1,000 megawatts of wind power approved for Alliant to be built, approximately 500 megawatts of battery storage approved for Alliant, approximately 800 megawatts of solar approved by Mid-America, approximately 3.8 gigawatts of new natural gas generation is proposed by Alliant, Mid-America, and SIPCO. Proposed natural gas generation would significantly increase Iowa's existing natural gas capacity. And the Morgan Valley Energy Center is described in the program is a proposed 720 megawatt natural gas plant will be near the Lynn-Benton County boundary. And then they gave us some other items here for concerns that counties need to be addressing, including one that have a requirement that crypto mining centers must be on the ground and not on wheels. So there's several things here. I think it behooves us to have a work session, discuss some of these needs and concerns moving forward. This issue was, we spent 3 hours in that one work session on this issue alone last week. And a lot of information, a lot of questions, a lot of concern. And we're one of the larger counties that haven't addressed it yet when you look across the state. So just a thought on that. Ask for some input on whether we should look at moving forward with that. And then last item I have here is tomorrow evening, we have the Township Town Hall at 6 p.m. So be an interesting time to listen to our departments and give them more information on our rural areas.
Anything?
No, I'm ready to adjourn.
You what?
I'm ready to adjourn.
Second.
Just sit here. It'll take some time. Okay. Item 11, adjournment. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Both same sign. Thank you very much. Meeting's adjourned. Before 10.